Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Book Experience. As you can see, my background has shifted now. I've moved to Navi Mumbai. I was in Calcutta earlier. Lots going on, but I was kind of reading this book little before I left Calcutta, and I thought I'll do a quick review of this one. So, the book that I'll be talking about today is called The Hiding Place by Jenny Quintana. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Yeah. So this I got this book recommendation on Amazon. I mean, Amazon, they have this AI thing like every other website these days. They will look at what you read, and then they will give you some recommendations. And this one actually came in, and seemed to be a little bit like a ghost story, some bits of haunting, etc. So I kind of bought it. Now, as opposed to my the earlier book that I talked about, which was The Woman, which was my recommendation to those of you facing a reading block. This is a book that you should read if you want to get a reading block, right? By that I mean to say, for an avid reader like me, I needed about 2 to 3 weeks to finish this book, and by the time I finished this book, I had finished three or four other books, right? It's slow. It's not bad, right? It's good. It has two different timelines, right? And then one. So there's a mother uh, called Connie, and young teenage mother, unwed mother, and that formed the crux of the story. And then we see her daughter in a later timeline. So the mother is somewhere in the 1960s, the daughter is sometime in 1990s, and so the mother is Connie, the daughter is Marina, and they both have the same kind of reddish brown hair, very striking hair, both very beautiful. And then there is a neighbor character, right, called Eva, who used to be a child back then during the mother's timeline, and who is about the same age of the daughter now. So and she holds the key, right, to what exactly happened to the mother. And then basically you spend the book sort of tracing the daughter as she's looking for her mother. That's pretty much the story. Not very original, I'd say. There have been other stories, movies along the same plot. Now, in spite of that, it's a good enough story, right? Because the thing that I liked about it is there are, the villains are also human beings, right? So these are normal people who have made certain mistakes, maybe not taken the right decision at the right time. No real villains per se, and there's no really painting a character very black. That's something I really like, very mature about the book. Now, what did I not like so much? Like I said, right, why did I say to if it is for those who would want a reading block, right, who would want to slow down their reading. This is a book. So suppose you are somebody, you're looking for your mother, and you have found out a very important clue. You don't just sit around drinking coffee and eating toast, right? You would really want to get along, right? So the pacing of the story is very uniform, right? It doesn't really pick up pace. I think that's my main arc with this book, right? So it sort of starts and follows the same pace. I mean, so you are about to find your parents, and so there's no really acceleration of the story. I think that's my pet peeve with the story. And yeah, I mean, this is not a book that I would want to read again. Not very quote worthy, although not entirely bad literature. I'd say fairly good. I also do not want to read anything by the author is right away, right? So that's the my quick summary on the book. I mean, you can give it a try if you really want something slow, just to just browse through. Not a bad one. And then have a good weekend. Thank you.